The Galactic Council sent final message to Earth written in long glowing letters across million screens saying kneel or be erased, with tone of old gods threatening child because Council believed galaxy always belongs to strongest empire and small blue planet in corner of spiral arm cannot decide its future. 50 alien empires united in pride and fear built one grand armada 30,000 warships forming iron ring around solar system like prison made from stars, planet after planet. Celebrated because they believed humans finally crushed and Council victory complete. On flagship bridge alien generals shouted orders with loud voices like thunder demanding Earth reply with surrender but Earth gave no answer. No fear in transmission, no hate, no panic message broadcast across galaxy. Just silence so heavy that commanders checking channels again thinking signal jammed because no species in history ignored Council threat like background noise. Council members laughed thinking. Humans broken from fear but silence not fear. Silence something else ancient and deep like forest quiet before storm. Deep space telescopes across empires detected strange phenomenon happening around Armada lines opening like cracks in reality itself. Like thin dark fingers sliding across void making shape of wound in space. Scientists screamed on ships watching screens showing darkness eating light like black water swallowing stars. Sensors on every ship displayed same short message appearing. From unknown origin you tried this before. Crew officers stared at words feeling cold breath on neck because nobody understood sentence meaning. What before, when before, humans young species how they say before like memory older than galaxy records. Council commanders yelling to fire first shot at Earth to show strength and remove fear because fear only grows in silence. Armada fired massive energy beams, thousands plasma lines, antimatter shells, burning laser trees lighting entire star. System like sun exploded into 1,000 pieces. But mid-space every beam vanished without explosion like someone erased color with black brush. Energy eaten by invisible mouth, swallowed in darkness without sound. Commander's eyes wide open unable to understand because weapons never disappear without trace. Beams should burn, scream, explode, but now nothing left. Space cold and silent again like war never happened. Then hundreds warships started burning without flame. Metal turning to ash from inside like fire living underneath skin. Slow, silent destruction worse than explosion because crews could see themselves dying like candle melting inside glass. Screams echoing through radio waves like crying ghosts trying to survive inside darkness. Council members in central chamber panicking asking, "What is this?" With fear shaking voice like child waking from nightmare. No weapons fired from Earth. No missiles leaving atmosphere. No railguns from moon. No visible defense system. Only darkness. Swallowing Armada like hunger older than stars. Ships collapsing like paper in invisible rain. Commanders screaming at tech crew to restart shields, but shields flickering like broken glass because energy moving wrong direction disappearing into cracks in space. Scientists begging commanders to stop firing because firing feeds darkness like throwing food into hungry mouth. Council demanded explanation from historical archive computers. 1,000 servers processing data fast like lightning and every computer suddenly unlocked hidden file buried deep behind encryption older than Council birth. File date shocked everyone, for 100,000 years ago. Entire chamber silent, Council leader shaking thinking impossible because humans evolved few 100,000 years ago as simple animals how file exist from that time. On dark screens file name simple, the first war. Crew watching file open like grave opening after million years. Before anyone process. Single human voice transmitted across galaxy. In calm tones so heavy it broke entire Council pride. We remember the first war. Voice deep not angry, not loud, but full of memory like echo coming from mountain inside world. Thousands transmitters repeated same voice across galaxy like ocean whisper to every star we remember. People across planets staring at screens shaking in fear because voice sounded like humanity knows something terrifying hidden in darkness. Council asked link origin of voice. Scanners reading Earth but not from any city, not from satellite, not from ship. Origin coming from underground deep within planet core like voice from memory of stone itself. Hidden file started playing image of ancient war in old visual fragments broken by time shows half shadows flying across stars not like ships made from metal but like darkness shaped into war machines devouring light of suns like beasts feeding on star fire. And in front of darkness were humans riding ships of strange design not technology seen anywhere now. Ships made from stone and steel with glowing lines like veins of planet. Humans fighting shadows with weapons that look more like light thread pulled from star heart not lasers. Ancient humans screaming chants like ritual of battle not military order. Vision confusing but real and terrifying. Council broke into debate trying to understand if hallucination or truth, because if true humans fought war before history, lost, died or sealed enemy inside space. File continued showing ancient humans sealing darkness inside cracks of reality like prison built from time not metal, leaving warning inside space to future children when they hear voice crack open darkness if war returns. File ended with single line, "Do not become what hunted you." Meaning heavy like stone falling on soul. Council realized Armada attack maybe opened cracks releasing ancient darkness that humans sealed long ago, and now modern humans silent because they know danger not Council but what Council steps on. Council sending Armada around Earth like stomping on grave releasing ghosts. Every sensor link showing dark lines growing larger like cracks in mirror of sky. Warships burning without flame like sacrifices feeding prison keeper. Council leader screamed order to retreat but retreat too late, because cracks moved not like holes but like living shadows biting metal ships gently then swallowing entire sections. Crews dying without seeing flame, only blackness wrapping around them like night closing eyes. Permanently, alien soldiers terrified because death without explosion more painful fear than normal war. Nothing to shoot, nothing to aim, only darkness feeding on energy and life. Council looked at Earth asking, "What have you done?" Humans still silent like holding secret too heavy to speak. Then voice again same tone like memory still alive, "We tried peace." Council demanded meaning but humans no reply. Inside Council growing panic leaders screaming at each other blaming Council arrogance for waking horror. Council military demanding full shield barrier but shields useless because darkness eating energy itself like child eating sugar. Shields feed enemy instead of blocking. Dark cracks come closer to Earth but stop few million kilometers away like respecting boundary drawn by something older. Council noticed darkness not attacking Earth only Armada. Strange pattern like darkness remembers Earth differently. Silence heavy like breathing before scream. On Earth surface cities quiet. Civilians watching sky wondering why stars flicker like breathing animal. Governments blackout news to avoid panic but rumors spread fast like fire inside dry forest. Whispers saying, "Sky cracking." Scientists trapped under pressure trying explain phenomenon with simple math but nothing matches because darkness not physics known today. It almost looks like living memory of war not dead force. Computer simulation fails 1,000 times. Council fear growing because unknown enemy unstoppable. Then second file opens automatically showing message written by ancient human general. "If enemy returns our children must remember pain and seal darkness through memory." Council whispered children. Meaning humans today descendants of warriors who fought darkness first time. Council refused believe because humans never mention this history. But maybe because they forgot or erased. Maybe memory sleeping waiting trigger. 30,000 warships screaming through channel. Leaders crying hearing crews asking forgiveness from family before death. Lightships disappearing like sand poured into ocean. Council shouted for communication with Earth again begging for help. Because now Council enemy not humanity but darkness from unknown age. Earth replies short single sentence, "We remember the first war." Not answer of surrender, not answer of threat, but answer of truth. Meaning Earth knows what darkness is because they created prison last time. Council confused why Earth silent earlier and now speak only when Armada dying. Answer maybe humans waiting Council to feel reality of ancient threat before trusting truth. Hidden file loaded across entire galaxy citizen. Devices people saw ancient humans fighting shadows like gods from myth. Billions watching file crying because humans they mocked small species now appear older souls with history deeper than stars. Shock huge wave across galaxy breaking arrogance like glass under hammer. Council realized threat bigger than politics war. Darkness enemy of life itself. Not empire, not power struggle, something older than reason, hunger without anger, pure void eating creation, last ships burned leaving silence. Around Earth, iron ring broken like chain cut with unseen scissors, black cracks closing slowly like mouth finished meal, leaving space cold as death. Council leaders stand in chamber silent eyes empty. World changed in 1 hour, humans silent again but silence now loud with meaning, Council elder whispering, "You tried this before?" Reading message on sensor again remembering ancient file line, fear in his voice like child reading prophecy, he denied entire life. File continues showing humans sealing darkness in time loop by sacrificing entire species, using technology unknown to Council but looks like mix of gravity nets and memory storage inside stars. Council asked AI to decode but AI crashes because file structure not modern code but pattern like dream recorded. Council felt world shaking because humans not asking surrender, humans asking Council to remember war bigger than Council pride. Council asked question to humans, what is darkness? Expecting explanation but voice from Earth, no description, only feeling you saw it. Meaning Council must understand through eyes not words. Emotions twist inside leaders' hearts like snake of truth coiling around pride crushing it. For first time in ages Council realized they not highest knowledge holders. Earth silent because wisdom covered in pain not pride. Humans not show memory because memory full of death and sacrifice. Now forced to share because Council opened prison again by threatening Earth kneel. Kneeling repeated. Mistake that started first war centuries past. Council realization heavy like mountain on chest. They look at empty war front thousands ships gone without sound. Galaxy witness destruction of pride in slow flame without flame. Psychological shock across species because Council's symbol of power failed not by human weapon but by ancient darkness they disturbed trying crush small world. Now Council no choice but talk without chain of arrogance. Voice huge and deep echoed in room. We remember the First war, repeated across screens like mantra telling galaxy history repeats when memory ignored. Part ends with camera zooming out from Council chamber showing entire galaxy map, blinking red where ships vanished and black marks showing cracks that closed now but might open again if trigger returned. Earth quiet like old guardian waiting for child learn lesson. File open on screen showing date 400,000 years old leaving question heavy in stars. How old is humanity truly? And words echo like ghost whisper across universe we remember. As screen fades to black leaving audience breathless emotional question burning. What happened in First War? And silence answer louder than any speech. Council chamber smelled like fear and metal as leaders sat frozen, watching black cracks in space close like old wound healing slow and ugly. Minds shaking because truth heavier than any empire war. Ancient files still glowing on screens, showing broken visions of humans fighting darkness before history. Learn to write. Council members whispered in disbelief asking each other if humans hiding age older than known timeline. Some wild voices said humans came from other universe. Others said Earth small but heart heavy with memory. Nobody had answer and silence cracked like thin ice under heavy steps. Council leader stood with shaking hands staring at file timestamp for 100,000 years old, his voice broken like old door hinge opening. How can they remember? But nobody replied because every scientist in chamber remained silent, their eyes locked on patterns inside file like watching ghosts speak through dead code. File projected image of ancient Earth not covered with cities but covered with giant stone circles pointed at stars like weapons of prayer aimed at sky waiting for enemy return. Giant symbols carved on mountains glowing faint blue like blood of planets screaming. Council scholars cried because symbols match patterns observed in dark cracks today meaning ancient humans used same mathematics to seal darkness that modern humans use to open communication channels. Council elder tried contact Earth but Earth not answering questions, only message repeating we remember. No explanation because memory like sword sharp enough to hurt one who touches without respect. On alien worlds ordinary citizens staring at hidden file cried because they saw children drawn in ancient vision running from shadows while parents burning like blue flames to protect them. Emotional pain traveling across hearts of different species like virus of truth breaking illusion of humans shallow creatures. Now everyone realized humans carry pain older than Council. Darkness that came today is not human attack but echo of ancient war repeating after Council arrogance demanded kneeling. Invasion order triggered memory prison like calling name of demon sleeping under sand. Nobody wanted kneeling anymore because kneeling repeated cycle of pride leading to extinction. Council servers crashed from overload of citizens trying access file to understand why darkness returned when empires tried crush Earth. People saw ancient writing translated slowly by machine showing warning, do not kneel to power, kneel to mercy. Meaning lost in Council culture obsessed with power and control. Council leaders felt shame heavy because command kneel or be erased came from them and exactly same words cried by ancient empire that triggered First War causing humans to seal darkness. Council realized history repeating with terrifying precision like universe mocking pride of rulers. Council scientists burst tears saying, we are the same monster they fought. Galaxy now angry not at humans but at Council stupidity that awakened horror, but while panic screamed, deep under Earth something moving like pulse of planet waking. Inside underground chamber covered with smooth black stone. Ancient symbols slowly lit like constellation waking from dream. Human researchers with pale faces stared at patterns brightening without human touch. Sensors showed energy coming from memory layer of planet, not power generator. Like knowledge itself alive under Earth's crust. Commander in Earth facility watching data through shaking eyes whispered, "The lock is opening." Young scientist beside him felt cold crawl spine because lock opening means ancient technology stored under Earth starting to breathe again. She whispered, "We don't control this. It controls itself." Commander nodded heavy, saying memory waking because war words spoken again. Council still shouting questions like dying star screaming for reason. Aliens demanded humans explain darkness. Humans silent because explaining darkness like explaining grief to person who never felt loss. Pain language deeper than math. Then suddenly every computer across galaxy flashed same short message written in simple English but older. Script style, war repeats when memory ignored. Message appeared like truth thrown into void forcing reflection of every leader. Council elder asked broadcast permission and spoke with broken truth voice saying, "Humans tried stop cycle by forgetting. We forced them remember." His tears falling on table, no leader irony left. Masks broken. Behind arrogance only fear and regret now. Meanwhile scientists on ships studied darkness sample stored inside sensor logs noticing strange property. Darkness. Not random void but structured pattern like hungry mind without body searching energy for survival. Like child left in infinite night without parent desperate for warmth. This idea emotional shock because enemy becomes tragedy not simple monster. Suddenly humans message arrived through council channel young woman voice gentle like wind, but heavy like mountain. Dark space is not evil. It is pain that lost reason. Council froze like time stopped because enemy described with empathy not hate. Voice continued, "Our ancestors fought pain with violence and lost universe pieces. This time we not kill pain. We close door with understanding." Council cried because idea so large imagination collapsing. They asked, "How to close darkness?" Voice replied, "Do not kneel." Meaning not kneel to fear, not kneel to empire logic, kneel only to truth of memory. Council leader whispered, "We kneel to mercy." Repeating ancient line from file, entire chamber eyes wet because something changing in air like old curse breaking under tears of regret. Outside space dark cracks shrinking slowly because no more energy feeding them. Darkness eats pride, eats arrogance, eats armies shooting blindly. With silence cracks die like starving beast. Council ordered ceasefire on all fronts. World armies shut down guns in space. Children on colonies cried seeing stars clear again. But silence heavy because questions remain about first war and humans' memory bigger than history. Back on Earth underground chamber. Symbols glowing brighter showing holographic map of galaxy with deep red scars marking systems destroyed in First War. Scars invisible to naked eye but visible in ancient map showing where darkness ate life ages ago. Commanders looked and understood humans did not lie darkness war real and galaxy never knew because memory erased. Council demanded access to ancient vault but humans silent. Then slowly voice returned saying, "Memory sacred, not weapon." Meaning humans not share memory like tool. Memory must be earned through empathy. Council leaders felt wave of humility for first time in ages. They asked not for weapon but for guidance how avoid cycle repeating. Humans said stop kneeling, stop demanding kneeling, stop empire. Council sat silent because entire power structure based on kneeling and forcing small species to bow and obey. They realized their command to Earth literally key that open darkness prison. Like old spell triggered by arrogant words, entire chamber shaking. From realization pride caused universe suffering again. Council leaders stood shaking and facing cameras broadcast galaxy-wide saying, "We are sorry." Phrase simple but powerful echo across million planets because no council leader ever apologized in history. Even during massive Star Wars, apology new revolution starting in heart not space. Citizens cried. Children watching screen saw first time their rulers kneeling to truth instead forcing kneeling on others. Camera zoom in on elder tears. Showing galaxy raw face of regret. Meanwhile children on distant planets asked parents, "Who are humans really?" Answer spoken with respect, "They are memory." On Earth young scientist sitting in dark near glowing map touched holographic star with trembling hand whispering, "We do not want gods, we want peace." She looked at sky through stone ceiling imagining ancestors burning their bodies to seal darkness and now their children must break cycle not with war, but with compassion. Commander walked behind her quietly saying, "They will hate us and love us, both heavy." She nodded eyes wet. "We must carry weight." Outside night sky above Earth calm like nothing happened, space cracks invisible now. But galaxy heart cracked open showing truth deeper than stars. Council passed emergency peace law forbidding kneeling threats forever. Old empires shaken to core because their reason for survival always subjugation. Now peace lifted like sword against pride. Part ends with black screen and single ancient line from file. Cycle ends when memory shared. Words glowing like ember waiting spark and galaxy breath held because humans just began telling story 400,000 years old. And darkness may return if leaders forget again. Cliffhanger sharp like cold wind before dawn. The apology from council spread through the galaxy like slow warm light traveling across cold space, breaking centuries of fear and arrogance, but under that light deep wounds still fresh like scars on newborn skin because 30,000 ships vanished into silent darkness and billions watched death without fire, making hearts shake like glass in storm, and questions heavier than planets floated in every mind, asking if ancestors of humans truly fought war older than memory, why they erased history, why they sealed darkness instead of killing, and what terrible enemy fought humanity so hard that whole universe turned into grave of light in ancient age, while Earth now small quiet star carrying memory living and breathing inside soil like seed of truth hidden under roots. Council emergency session turned into confession hall where leaders spoke truth raw like blood, some admitting greed drove them to demand kneeling because council structure built on old belief that peace only possible when all heads bowed to one throne. But now that idea shattered like mirror full of lies, people could see real face behind glass. Council elder wiped tears saying, "We ruled through fear not respect and woke memory that punished arrogance." Entire chamber silent with weight of words like mountain falling on chest, but under earth black stone vault glowing grew stronger, symbols dancing like star paths forming network pattern like brain of planet waking from long sleep, scientists terrified and amazed watching ancient map showing deep red scars marking systems where darkness ate light 400,000 years ago, map not myth but real coordinates hidden all this time. Human commander stood in front of projection, eyes dark and tired, whispering, pain preserved in map. Young scientist beside him touched glowing scar with trembling finger, feeling vibration in air like sound trapped for ages trying escape, but humans blocked it because memory too painful without explanation. Council begged humans to speak truth behind file, asking who first enemy was. What darkness truly is, how humans survived everything, and why modern humans so ignorant of ancient war. Commander replied slow like man carrying weight of stars, we erased ourselves. Words cut heart of galaxy like knife slicing pride, leaving silence heavy because idea impossible, how species erase memory of greatest war to protect children from knowledge of horror. Council shocked, one leader asked, why erase history? Human scientist answered, voice shaking, because trauma becomes hunger in next generation. If not healed and our ancestors feared, we would become what we fought. Meaning ancient humans terrified children would grow like darkness full of pain wanting consume stars. So they sealed memory leaving warning, instead memory turned into myth long forgotten, until council used same arrogant command, kneel or die, opening old wound like tearing scar without care. Council realized darkness attracted by logic of empire where stronger demands kneeling from weaker because first war started same way ancient galactic empire demanded earth kneel and ancient humans refused, sealing darkness to end cycle. Council elder bowed head in shame because history repeated through council mouths and humanity responded not with weapon but awakening memory to teach galaxy lesson again, but lesson paid with thousands lives screaming into void. Across planets ordinary people cried watching screens showing council leaders apologizing and humans speaking truth without rage because humans not want revenge, humans want cycle end. Children on distant moons asked parents, did humans fight alone last time? Parents' eyes full of water said, yes, they stood alone against universe in ancient age. And children whispered with, they remembered for us. Political systems across galaxy shaking because truth shifts foundation like earthquake moving continents. Leaders who built career on power now criminals in hearts of people because power without compassion created crack in space. Letting darkness return. Council passed new law banning threat of kneeling forever, but humans warned law paper useless if heart not changed because arrogance grows in shadows not in text. Meanwhile dark cracks shrinking but traces of energy remained floating like dust of nightmare showing darkness not gone fully like ghost waiting in quiet corners. Human scientists studied energy patterns discovering pulsation like heartbeat, meaning darkness alive but weak, starving without arrogance feeding. But if empire logic returns, darkness will grow like cancer in space. Commander whispered, we must change galaxy not through war but memory. Council agreed shaking with fear because they see truth clear. Darkness not enemy would take gun and shoot darkness enemy created by pain of pride cycle repeated until universe breaks humans trying to break loop by teaching mercy more dangerous than weapon because mercy changes mind not battlefield. Council elders requested access to vault but humans refused. Saying vault not weapon store vault grave of memory. They not want council turn memory into tool for domination because history of memory itself painful enough. Galaxy citizens now view humans like wounded guardians protecting secrets so heavy, they sealed it inside planet like coffin of old gods. Out of vault projection new line appeared glowing like fireflies forming ancient sentence translation appeared simple. War repeats when children of power forget fear of loss. Line cut deep making. Thousands leaders weep remembering their own wars started for reason of pride not protection. Emotional collapse across galaxy became wave healing and hurting same time like medicine burning infection. Human young scientist walked to microphone addressing galaxy for first time simple basic words without fancy speech saying, "We do not want throne we want peace that stands not kneels." Voice young but strong like tree growing regardless storm her eyes tired like soul lived 100 lifetimes memory heavy, but she refused anger offering hope instead that cycle breakable if leaders stop thinking peace built on surrender of weak she explained darkness first form of pain made into weapon by empire that lost humanity long ago empire treated kneeling as worship and created monster from suffering when humans defeated shadow they refused rule because rule over kneeling creates new shadow so they erased victory and memory wanting children grow dreaming stars not blood this truth shook galaxy deeper than any weapon because pain used for compassion rarely seen across stars command room quiet no sound for long time people breathing like prayer realizing new age beginning not through war glory but through tears crushed ego and forgiveness outside earth sky clear but feeling heavy like ghost of ancient warrior standing over world young girl looked at horizon whispering they saw file now they know love heavier than dark. Commander listening nodded eyes soft because he carried memory too he saw ancient file where humans burning themselves to seal cracks of darkness. He saw their eyes through time tired but calm like parents sacrificing life for children never know name. Council discussions turned to fear of second darkness because ancient file last line mentioned first war, implying second war coming not today but someday when memory weak again they asked humans. How prepare without awakening pain humans answered teach truth. Simple, deeply emotional answer because truth memory itself cure for ignorance if galaxy knows what kneeling logic cause they won't repeat but council afraid truth will create fear of humans so strong will lead to another kind of kneeling. Humans replied truth never kneel. Silence thick like fog then council broadcast file publicly across galaxy not hidden anymore civilians saw everything nightmares all glory pain scream stars. Bleeding darkness and humans sealing cracks like artists sealing wounds mapping horror into peace. Millions cried in homes mother hugging child tighter saying, they saved universe before universe existed for us. Emotional shockwave destroyed old propaganda about humans weak primitive children of stars now galaxy saw humans ancient scarred soul carrying fire older than history, but choosing restraint not domination that restraint more terrifying than attack because power greater than empire but guided by mercy. Some planets celebrated humans like gods but humans rejected worship sending message, we not gods we memory. Galaxy slowly learning difference worship kneel, respect stand. Council began reformation breaking pillars of empire system replacing kneeling culture with council of equals not ruled by one, but by many voices including small species. Darkness energy fading but echo remains like bruise on reality scar to remember pain. Astronomers saw faint ripples where cracks opened. Like wrinkles in skin showing age of cosmos, not smooth perfect story but story of survival through cycles of violence and forgiveness. End of part 3 shows deep emotional scene young scientist alone in vault room, touching ancient stone whispering softly, we forgive you. Speaking to ancestors to counsel to darkness itself tears falling on glowing map tiny droplets shining like stars in night commander behind watches silently not interrupting because moment sacred healing moment between past and future not war and victory story but acceptance of suffering as path to peace and screen fades black on her whisper, cycle ends with love. Leaving audience breathless imagining next part how galaxy rebuilds new system without kneeling darkness waiting in silence for their choice. Galaxy woke like child after nightmare where darkness still hides under bed even when morning sunlight touches walls because scars remain red on space map and hearts heavy like stone on chest and truth new but old pain deep so entire council work day and night rewriting laws once carved from arrogance now written in tears and guilt every leader signing apology letters to species they oppressed. Meanwhile billions watched ancient file again and again trying understand shape of darkness from First war not monster of rage but monster born from pain of kneeling too long until pain became appetite feeding on everything around it and humans felt that pain because they refused kneeling so pain moved toward them like magnet and they fought until universe cracked inside itself. Now galaxy realized kneeling not peace kneeling is seed of darkness growing under floor of empires. On earth in underground vault symbols faded slightly like breathing slow after heavy cry but map still glowing. With red scars as memory of danger commander, and young scientists studied map patterns day after day discovering strange rhythm inside scars like heartbeat of dead star pulsing slow almost quiet but not silent commander whispered. It still lives. Meaning darkness not destroyed only starved and sealed so humanity must hold truth like torch watching night for movement. Council elder visited Earth through secure hologram for first time not to command but to ask humble like student asking teacher. Voice gentle help us change. This moment heavy because no council elder ever asked help from smaller world. Humanity responded through young scientist words slow soft, change begins from heart not law. Elder nodded tears in eyes. Then teach us heart. This request bigger than any treaty because teaching heart requires open wounds honesty and empathy across species never done before. Galaxy heard conversation broadcast live and civilians on different planets felt hope like fragile bird. Opening wings after storm because for first time council leader spoke not for power but for healing. But even as hope grew small group of old war leaders hiding in outer rim refused peace seeing apology as weakness wanting restart empire rising again from ashes of dark cracks they started secret communication with banned AI fragments believing dark energy can be controlled like weapon to scare galaxy into kneeling under one banner again like old days they whispered humans forgive we conquer. Blind to truth darkness never serves master darkness only eats master first. While council reform systems criminals of old era plotting to bring pain again like infection hiding behind smile. News reached Earth through hidden channel humans listening quietly without anger only sadness because cycle tries return again like wave trying reach shore again and again but humans prepared with knowledge now not weapon now. Young scientist watching secret message said, they learned nothing. Commander replied, pain not learned in one day. Meaning generations wounded before peace grows strong roots. Humans now not interested in destroying conspirators because killing leaders easy evil grows again in new leaders humans want remove soil where evil grows by changing survival logic of galaxy from kneeling to standing. Council passed education reform across planets building learning centers teaching history of first war showing images and lessons so memory not forgotten again like dust under bed children. Learning truth early before pride grows inside like fever. Galaxy children whisper at night, do not kneel. Words becoming prayer against darkness. Emotional transformation huge like entire galaxy heart shifting weight but tension remains because darkness marks vibrating more on map each time conspirators speak the words, kneel, generating tiny ripples in space like darkness listening from other side. Scientists realized darkness sensitive to language of domination because first war triggered. By demand kneel or die. Now those words act like key turning in old lock. Seen emotional when young scientists sat alone in vault room, reading ancient script on wall translating slowly, darkness born from scream of broken will. Meaning when mind forced kneel beyond limit pain becomes creature she cried quietly realizing entire universe responsible for birth of darkness because entire universe built on kneeling logic through empires and power not on cooperation pain used like glue for. Structure now humanity trying break structure remove glue without collapsing house and work dangerous like walking knife edge. Council asked humans to present memory before full assembly millions watching screen showing young scientist walking to podium face pale but eyes burning with truth she began speaking simple basic English translated into thousands languages. Our ancestors erased victory to protect peace we remember now because you repeated same mistake do not demand kneeling from anyone. Not even your enemy. Hall silent like vacuum exists inside lungs everyone feeling gravity of words pressing heart she continued. If someone must kneel let leaders kneel before children not children before leaders. Tears ran down council members' faces because truth clear like glass they broke children to build power now children must teach them rebuild compassion. Conspirators in hidden moon saw broadcast anger rising like fire because truth killing old empire culture they built upon they sent. Coded pulse toward darkness scars using banned AI hoping to awaken cracks to scare galaxy but pulse weak like whisper into storm darkness responded slightly small ripple moving across one scar on map making vault lights flicker young scientists saw flicker heart jump like stone dropping in cold water commander shouted, stop pulse. Turning off receivers but too late ripple already moving into space like ghost running into night. Council sensors detected tiny anomaly near empty system forgotten. By galaxy because First War destroyed everything their anomaly like black feather floating they panicked thinking darkness returning but young scientists spoke calm. Small echo only it dies without fear. But Council afraid fear living in them like parasite making echo stronger fear is fuel darkness eats she screamed. Stay calm do not fear. Entire chamber trying breathe slow like meditation to stop fear wave, traveling through network emotional moment surreal billions trying calm hearts together. So darkness not feed. Map in vault slowly dimming ripple shrinking like tide pulled back by hope galaxy just experienced something never before collective emotional defense against ancient weapon. Conspirators shocked plan failing because compassion stronger than hate echo died and map stable again. Young scientist collapsed to floor exhausted tears rolling commander held her whispering, you saved universe with calm, and she whispered weak voice, we saved together. Emotional weight of moment. Heavy because no gun fired no army moved only heart stopped darkness. Council realized darkness not fought by railgun not by fleet but by culture change shifting from domination to mutual respect deeper war fought in soul not space now ending through forgiveness. Conspiracy leaders arrested later by Council Peace Force but not executed instead sent to compassion rehabilitation centers because killing them would feed darkness cycle humans insisted healing not punishment because punishment creates rebellion like seed of darkness Council agreed hard but true. Entire galaxy watching and learning pain and love dance to shape future. End of part shows night sky over Earth clear stars twinkling like old ancestors watching children grow in peace camera moves into vault map showing red scars fading at edges like healing wounds slowly closing with time ancient writing glowing last line, memory shared as peace. Voice of young scientist narrating whisper, cycle breaking slowly step by step. Screen fades to black leaving emotional cliffhanger about unseen deeper memory inside vault. Not yet revealed showing humanity has not shared full truth only first layer and darkness deeper may wake if galaxy fails to hold peace. Audience left with question in heart. What else did ancestors hide? An anticipation of next part heavy like silence before sunrise. Galactic peace looked gentle from distance like calm ocean but underneath waves deep currents of fear and memory still moving like hidden rivers because universe cannot forget 30,000 ships disappearing in silence and billions eyes watch darkness eat pride like meal without sound and that trauma turned into quiet resolve inside hearts of leaders now trying change systems built on kneeling for thousands years but changing blood of galaxy like changing direction of river when river carved mountains already difficult beyond logic while humans sat silent like guardians made of grief watching galaxy struggle like child learning walk without falling again. In underground vault map slowly healing scars fading at edges showing space stitching itself from trauma, while young scientist monitored pattern day and night eyes tired red like sunrise wounded from no sleep yet she refused rest because she knew inside map deeper layer, hidden like heart behind rib cage she whispered, what else did they seal? Commander standing behind her in dim light felt cold run spine because first war file only first page of long. Story and humanity may be hiding chapters too painful to read aloud knowing truth sometimes knife cut soul deeper than enemy weapon. Council sent team of scholars to Earth not soldiers but philosophers and peace teachers wanting understand humans' perspective of power built on mercy not dominance and they sat with scientists listening to ancient script translating lines like song of suffering passed through stone. Across galaxy children in new schools read history of darkness war not with fear. But with tears and respect for ancestors they never met teachers explaining darkness not evil monster but pain made into shape. By hatred of empire demanding kneeling from every planet until pain itself gained hunger like living night council education reforms bringing new generation raised on memory not propaganda their minds soft like soil ready for seeds of compassion growing new age but seeds fragile easy to crush by old roots of empire living still in old minds hidden in shadows of politics and business. Conspirators removed but networks remain like web broken by hand yet threads stuck on fingers still waiting. Chance to weave again. Darkness cracks gone but echo still sleeping in space like old beast dreaming under ice waiting warmth of arrogance to melt prison again. Young scientist discovered new line in ancient script translated slowly memory must remain broken to prevent child become parent of pain. Meaning ancestors purposely fragmented truth into pieces spread through planet geology mathematics stories so no single mind hold full horror because full horror can break mind or turn into weapon. Of pride humans hiding because sharing all at once dangerous like giving star core to child. Commander conflicted because he wanted Galaxy learn but not destroy itself by seeing entire truth file half-open strong enough to create revolution in hearts. If full-opened, maybe create worship or madness, he told scientist. We give truth like medicine, not like flood. She nodded, understanding burden of teacher heavier than soldier because teacher must care for mind wounds deep. Meanwhile, council began. Planetary visits, apologizing face-to-face to small species they crushed with taxes, blockades, forced laws, apology ceremonies, emotional like rivers after dam break, citizens hugging leaders, who once feared like God's hearts melting, forgiveness flowing into veins of Galaxy like new blood washing old poison. Camera shows alien mother touching hologram face of council elder saying, "Thank you for sorry," both crying because words simple but history heavy behind it, and humanity watching from screens. Silent because apology not victory, apology start of healing journey still long and painful. In vault, young scientist noticed star on map flicker different, more bright like pulse from grave. She zoomed location and discovered ancient mark, not red scar but gold symbol like sun drawing on dead system, meaning place of victory or sacrifice. In first war, she whispered. They did not only fight, they sacrificed something huge. Commander stared map silently and asked AI to reconstruct data, but data too. Damaged like ripped diary pages, only few words visible. Heart of Dar. Last seal. Incomplete but terrifying because phrase, last seal, implies sealing darkness, not single event but multiple layers deep like encryption on reality itself, meaning humans' ancestors closed doors in more than one place, not here only, and vault on Earth. Maybe only one key to larger locks scattered across Galaxy like puzzle pieces lost in time, now danger. That if any seal breaks, darkness could rise from different corner. Not only Earth star system, scientist felt chills because council not aware of multiple seals, only worried about cracks near Earth, while enemy possible hidden under dust of forgotten star field. She whispered, Galaxy not safe because ignorance big. But Commander responded, voice calm. We speak truth slowly, they will learn. Scientists suggested expedition to Goldmark system to study seal, but council afraid because travel there may break memory barrier, trigger seal collapse. Humans argued truth cannot remain sealed because ignorance invites danger like blind child walking near cliff. Council asked, what if darkness wakes fully? Scientist replied, it not wake alone if mercy strong everywhere. Debate heavy like stone hitting heart because decision between fear and trust. Fear says keep seal, trust says learn seal, both dangerous paths, but humanity no cycle break through understanding not hiding. Council approved controlled mission with humans leading because only humans carry memory vibration inside soul cracks, recognize pattern of danger they travel. In small fleet disguised as research not war to avoid triggering space. Emotional scene when young scientist said goodbye to Earth, standing on cliff looking sea waves hitting rock like memory hitting mind waves endless like time. She whispered, we go to grave of our ancestors. Commander beside her looked horizon where sun red like blood of history melting into sea and said, we go to honor them not disturb. Their ship lifted through sky golden trail like candle rising to stars, millions watching. Broadcast praying for safe journey because Galaxy now attached emotionally to humanity, children drawing pictures of human girl traveling to sealed star with heart shield around her. Conspirators imprisoned watch screen, angry regret eating them, saying, they worship humans now. Council replaced by compassion. Guard replied, better worship peace than power. And door closed leaving criminals alone with silence of their choices. Fleet arrived near dead system marked gold map shows star collapsed. Long ago, leaving neutron heart spinning like diamond of death, gravity heavy like memory, crushed metal everywhere, remains of ancient structures floating like bones of civilization destroyed, first war instruments broken, shining faint blue like soul of machine, crying humans scanning energy detected, signature matching darkness feed, but reversed like negative meaning, energy pattern like mirror of pain turned into seal structure, scientist tears coming because she realized ancestors sacrificed star to seal darkness like giving heart to seal wound, huge act of love and pain. Commander whispered, they gave sun to save Galaxy. Council watching silent, choking on revelation, overwhelming love turning star into coffin of darkness, edge human ship moved slow like walking into tomb. Scientist touched console whispering to ancestors, we hear child of your pain and hope. Data collected showing seal stable but cracks starting form after council attack earlier in Galaxy, small pattern stress like scar. Reopening edges. Commander whispered, time little. They need strengthened seal using modern compassion-based technology, not weapons design, combining gravity control and memory harmonic pattern they discovered earlier when humanity calm stopped darkness echo. Scientists asked Council for emotional participation across galaxy, telling everyone to join emotional resonance event, not spiritual but real, because darkness responds to collective emotional field like fabric. Council confused but trusted. Asked billions across stars to breathe calm love, forgive their leaders and each other for 1 hour. Hearts aligned like choir across galaxy field. Wave moved through space, invisible but real like wind pushing seeds. Resonance reached dead star. Seal glowed gold bright, pulse like tear of universe healing. Cracks closed slowly like wound stitching itself. Scientist crying, watching seal stabilize, without weapon, without war, only emotional unity of billions people. Tears falling on console, evidence of new future built not on kneeling but standing together. Commander eyes wet, whisper. They healed star with heart. First time in history galaxy healed wound with love, not force. 1,000 years of war replaced by 1 hour compassion. Children on planets hugging parents, smiling old soldiers crying with hands over chest, understanding they fought long battle now ended by calm. Part closes with scene of human ship leaving dead system. Seal glowing behind like golden ring floating in darkness. Camera zoom into young scientist face, close-up tears and smile mixed. She whispers, "We did not break cycle today, we guided it." Her voice soft like song. Screen fades black with ancient line shining, love heavier than darkness, leaving audience breathless and hungry for next revelation hidden in vault. Deeper layers of truth yet to be shown. Galaxy returned to silence after golden pulse healed dead star. Seal like universe breathing out heavy burden held for 400,000 years, but silence full of memory and new weight, because billions hearts felt same beat, same forgiveness, same calm. Echo across space like gentle wave, touching scars of reality, closing cracks born of pride and pain. Yet this silence also carried question heavier than mountains. What else did humanity hide to protect future? And that question became whisper moving through ships, planets, homes, as if truth calling souls to wake slowly. On Earth vault map dimmed to soft glow like candle after prayer. Scientist standing alone in chamber, hearing faint hum like heartbeat of stone, she whispered, "Seal stable now?" But Commander replied, calm voice, "Stable for now, not forever." Because cycle not destroyed, only slowed by compassion, needing constant care like child in night, scared of darkness, needing warm hand to sleep. World not safe by one event, safe by culture growing over generations. Council communication opened directly to vault, showing elders faces tired but hopeful, because task ahead long rebuilding. Galaxy based on standing not kneeling, repairing trust between species broken by ages of empire logic. Council elder spoke, voice deep from sorrow. "You healed star with love, something empires failed with armies." Scientist eyes wet replied, "Not we, galaxy healed itself." Humility from her lips melted pride in chamber like ice under sun, because leaders accustomed to take credit now face truth. Credit belongs to billions hearts, not few powerful hands. Commanders, generals, kings. Meanwhile on outer edges of space, small ripples recorded by detectors, tiny like dust moving in sunlight. AI flagged anomaly, but humans asked wait, because fear feeds darkness, and investigation done with calm mind. Scientist and commander study data, realizing ripples not attack, just memory. Echo of seal closing like vibration of bell after hammer fall, nothing dangerous but reminder of sacrifice of ancestors whose star heart turned into cosmic lock to protect children they'll never meet. Scene emotional when scientist played simulation, showing ancient humans giving entire sun to seal darkness. Commander stood silent, tears in eyes, because he saw not warriors hungry for victory but parents willing to die to give children peaceful sky where stars safe from pain. His voice cracked, whispering, "They loved future more than life." Galaxy watching broadcast cried, millions felt weight of ancient love, not myth but reality, captured in stone and star. Council declared new era, naming it Age of Memory Shared. Promising history from vaults spread across planets, not as religion, not as fear, but as lesson of compassion, stronger than domination. Children learning code of do not kneel, others stand together, simple line powerful enough to rewrite destiny. However, under shadows of rebirth danger still breathing, small conspirators groups trying manipulate truth, creating cults worshipping darkness, calling it ultimate freedom. Misreading ancient pain as power, promising followers that darkness gives no kneeling. Equal rule without leaders, twisting concept of freedom into chaos. Humans aware of shadow movements, but instead of sending soldiers they sent teachers to speak with cult formed in forgotten mining colony. Leader of cult, broken man, who lost family during council wars, believed humans gods and darkness true path to break. Ruler scientist visited him alone, no guards, no weapons, sat across table, small light flickering in dusty room, voice soft like wind. You hurt because they forced kneel, darkness not solution, darkness born from same pain you carry. Leader cried, first time in years, screaming, "Why me?" Why my family? Why not them? Scientist held his shaking hands, whispering, pain choose victim random, but healing choose choice, we choose peace. Emotional tsunami washed cult walls because followers saw not God, not soldier, but small human girl offering kindness instead of punishment. Darkness philosophy collapsed under weight of empathy like tower built on ash falling in own smoke. Cult dissolved slowly. Tears gratitude replacing hate. One life, one talk healed 100 because compassion contagious like fire but warm not burning. Galaxy noticed pattern humans fighting shadow not with guns but words, not threats but listening. Council surprised how simple method effective like medicine of heart in bloodstream of society. Meanwhile map in vault glowed again showing new layer purple lines like veins under skin forming shape unknown, not scars, not seals, something else. Older scientist zoomed image discovered network stretching beyond galaxy boundaries into dark region uncharted like path ancestors walked beyond known stars during First War, leaving marks as record. Maybe route of darkness, maybe route of humans fleeing or chasing enemy. She whispered, they went outside galaxy. Commander shock because meaning huge ancestors not only sealed darkness but chased it beyond Milky Way into unknown, leaving trail of memory like crumbs of history lost beyond edges of human dreams. They not protected only Earth, they protected whole galaxy by pushing darkness outside star river borders. Sacrifice greater than imagination, entire civilization leaving home to close war somewhere far in void space, because if darkness born inside galaxy, it can return through cracks. Better to seal where no life to feed centuries. Scientist looked at purple path like road of ghosts shining like constellation dead but real. She asked gently, do we follow them? Question dangerous like spark near dry grass because curiosity pulls soul toward truth but truth might break peace if rushed. Commander responded heavy, not now galaxy. Healing child wounded, we not pull them into adult war of ancestors. Decision full of love because humans choose protect galaxy from trauma of deep knowledge until mature enough. Council agreed but some young scientists desperate wanted explore chase ghosts of First War but elders insisted, healing first, discovery second. Galaxy needed peace foundation before history revelation. Earth government approved plan to guard vault secrets until generation raised on compassion strong enough to hear true full memory without turning fear into empire tool. Scientist walked out vault into bright morning sunlight feeling warmth like ancestors blessing her work. She looked sky blue clean, imagining path of purple lines beyond stars like river of souls. Whispering through dark she whispered, we continue when ready. Camera shows galaxies far spinning like jewels unaware of danger sealed in void. Human ship returning to Earth greeted by millions cheering not like soldiers returning war but like healers returning from ritual star healing across species. People waving flags not of one nation but drawing of open hand symbol of no kneeling children painted stars gold on cheeks hugging strangers because now galaxy family not empire after seal event unity invisible but strong like gravity pulling hearts together. Council broadcast final message of age ending and new age beginning saying, we choose stand together not above each other. Words echo through cosmic vacuum like song of dawn, one that ancestors wanted to sing but died before hearing it. Scientist in quiet room reading old fragment she decoded earlier. Child of star must hold memory gentle. She smiled soft because she now child of star holding memory gentle not sharp. Seen emotional when she placed hand on vault stone saying, we carry pain so others not bleed. Commander behind watching whispers, and maybe one day we meet them beyond galaxy. Science, fantasy, and hope merged because path beyond stars possible when peace foundation strong. Part closes dramatic as camera leaves Earth zooming. Past moon, past healed scar space into dark region, where purple trail faint shimmering like bruise on universe disappearing into black nothing. Screen fades on words of ancient script. When memory enough, door opens, leaving audience breathless thinking, does humanity open door in future? What behind? What ancestor fought? Cliffhanger emotional, not war but knowledge of sacrifice waiting to be understood. Galaxy floating in new kind of silence, not empty silence of fear but full silence like deep breath after long cry, where chest still shaking and eyes still wet but heart lighter than before yet heavy with new responsibility because billions understood darkness not enemy from outside, darkness born inside each kneeling heart crushed by pride and pain, and if old culture returns darkness can grow again like shadow. Rising from forgotten corner, so council and humans agreed peace must not be celebration, only peace must be daily work like washing wounds, cleaning history, building new dreams on scars, not hiding scars because scars memory living proof of survival, while in underground vault symbols fading slowly like candle finishing its night duty, guarding not only seal but hope of ancestors whose sacrifice made stars safe for children who never Kneel again. Scientist sitting alone on cold floor felt warmth on stone like heartbeat, slow, soft like whisper. She closed eyes and listened like child listening to mother's hum, an inside hum voice shaped like memory, older than language, speaking without sound, saying, "We gave pain to save love." She cried deep because now she understood ancestors not erased memory out of fear, only they erased because memory heavy can turn child into warrior before child learns peace. So they protected future from their trauma by holding pain inside stone and star and trusting. Time will raise generation with soft heart strong enough to hold truth without turning it into weapon. Commander walked into vault quietly without boots, sound like ghost from future, his eyes gentle but tired like man carrying galaxy, weight on shoulders yet smiling because weight not lonely now, galaxy helping carry. He sat beside her without words because silence language they both speak. She looked at map, fading scars like wounds closing slow, and whispered voice cracking, cycle breaking. Commander nodded, not broken fully but bending new shape. In council chambers, leaders rewriting more laws forbidding any speech or act that forces kneeling, transforming language of power into language of presence, teaching future leaders to say, "Stand with me," instead of "bow to me." Small change in word, huge change in world. Across colonies, children chanting new poem. We stand together like stars in sky. Parents tearful because they saw children repeating hope, not fear, for first time in centuries-old. Soldiers retired telling war stories not to glorify bullets, but to show emptiness of victory without compassion, telling young generation, "We fought darkness outside but real darkness inside." Pride. Many cried hearing truth spoken in simple words, cracking wall of ego in hearts. Meanwhile, in darkest edge of universe, purple trail beyond galaxy, still visible, faint like signature of souls walking path. Nobody alive, remember path of ancestors chasing darkness beyond star river to seal. Forever leaving home, turning star into lock, forging peace with death itself. Heavy love echoing through time, vibration felt in vault, soft knocking like heartbeat through stone. Scientist touched wall, whispering thank you. Ancestors invisible but presence warm like candle behind old photo. She asked Commander, "Will we follow them someday?" Commander looked at map, horizon beyond stars, answering, "If galaxy ready, not for war but for truth." Meaning journey beyond galaxy should not be to fight darkness but understand darkness, heal pain at source, but galaxy young need time because new peace fragile like thin ice shining under sunlight, looking beautiful but one heavy step can break. So humanity patient, not rushing history, letting culture grow into tree deep roots strong enough to hold truth. Wind when wind arrives. On distant planet, council assembled entire galaxy in broadcast record screen huge across cities showing vault, scientists speaking final message, simple basic English translated. Everywhere her voice small but clear, "We healed seal with love not war." Billions leaned forward listening like hearts open. She continued, "Our ancestors died so we live without kneeling now, our job protect memory with kindness not fear." Tears fell down faces across species because message sweet like pain turned flower. She added, "Darkness inside us when we force kneel, darkness vanishes when we forgive." Words shock some leaders who lived lifetime believing power only through force, now seeing power through softness stronger than any weapon because softness healed crack of universe and saved galaxy from second war. Galaxy cried like choir singing grief and joy mixed like river of feelings flowing through stars. When message ended, council stood all together, not sitting above others. They lowered head, not kneeling for power but bowing for respect to all victims of first war. Millions watching saw leaders humble, not proud, seed planted in hearts of children watching, moment repeating line. Leaders kneel to children. World changed with one gesture, meaning cycle ending not through sword but through truth, act heavier than all guns. In vault, stone glowed one last time, revealing final line, ancestors left hidden under layers. Scientists translated crying while reading, "One day child of memory will walk beyond stars, not to seal, not to fight, but to open door of forgiveness for one who became darkness." Meaning impossible but beautiful, that darkness itself once child of pain and deserves mercy when universe ready, not now, not soon, but distant future, when love mature like galaxy flower opening after million years. Commander held her shoulders because weight of line heavy like cosmic prophecy. She whispered, "We forgive what hurt us?" Commander replied soft, "Yes, one day." Emotional revelation shook scientist because idea of forgiving darkness unimaginable, but ancestors saw truth deeper. They fought war, realized enemy not monster but pain turned monster. Now descendants must finish war with compassion, not destruction. This idea greater than galaxy entire creation model flipped like coin, showing other side love as ultimate tool. Camera zooms out showing Earth small blue pearl in infinite dark map of scars faint marks fading under gold light showing peace spreading like sunrise across night sky council and humanity united by choice not fear building future where kneeling absent replaced by standing shoulder to shoulder stars blinking like countless eyes of ancestors watching. Children live dream they died for. Final scene quiet in vault scientist alone touching stone surface smiling tears falling like stardust whispering. We remember you now. Stone warm like pulse answering memory accepted cycle healing slow, but alive she stands leaves vault into morning light snow sparkling outside like stars fallen on earth, she looks sky whispering, thank you. To stars because ancestors listening through time, she imagines path beyond galaxy, shimmering like promise a road universe. Built not for war but for healing in distant age. Screen fades slowly black with ancient line glowing white. Memory is peace made living. Silence follows no music nothing just heartbeat of universe echo in imagination leaving audience breathless eyes wet thinking about future where humans travel beyond stars not to destroy darkness but to hug pain until pain turn light again leaving giant cliffhanger not about war but destiny of compassion path unknown beyond galaxy waiting child of memory. Someday.